Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy? Sports and Fitness Rants. I'm back, guys. Click that like button. Subscribe to my channel. Ladies and gentlemen, on my channel, I'm always telling you guys, make an active, live an active lifestyle. Make smart nutritional choices, right? Move more and sit less. Fight against the laziness, right? It's not about perfection, but about consistency. It's not about what you look like in the mirror, but about how you feel, ladies and gentlemen. And I've often talked to you guys on this channel about, certain things, right? And as far as our health and our fitness, right? And how we feel, right? I tell you guys all the time, the feeling that you have, right? And I've also told you guys that you get what you put in, right? You get what you put in. So if you're consistently making a smart nutritional choice, if you're consistently living an active lifestyle, fighting against that laziness, then you are going to see the results, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to see that. You're going to get what you're putting in, right? The consistency is going to get you there, not perfection. However, I've seen in society, and many of you people know that in society, most of us do not put in what we get out or put in what we're expecting to get out, right? Oftentimes we half-ass these things. We only give half effort, but we want the results. We want quick results. Everyone's always asking me, how long is it going to take me to see results, right? And I tell you that there's no time frame. Everything is different for everybody else. Not to get wrapped up in how long it's going to take to see results. But once again, I told you guys, fall in love with the journey. It's a journey. It's a lifestyle. You're going to be doing this for the rest of your life. So it's not like you're going to do this for a couple of weeks and then you're going to stop. Or you're going to do it for a couple of months and then you're going to stop. And in society, we put more effort into random things. For example, we put more effort into our hairstyles. People out there put more effort and energy into their hair, how they're doing their hair. Women especially. Women spend all this time and money on their hair, worried about their hair. And I get it, ladies, right? You want to look good. You want to feel good, looking good. I get that. No problem with that. However, like I said, we're not prioritizing our health over something like how our hair looks. So people spend hundreds and thousands of dollars every single year, hair products, getting hair treatments, changing their hair color, getting different hairstyles and braids and this and that. All of this stuff, all this time and effort and money we're putting into our hair. We're not putting that same effort, energy, and money into our health, into our nutrition. So no one's going to read food labels when they go food shopping, but you damn sure know they'll be reading those products for their hair. They're going to make sure they get the right hair product, but they don't bother reading labels for what they're putting inside their body, but they're more worried about what they're putting in their hair, on their head, than they are worried about what they're putting in their body. Like I said, people spend more time and energy worried about their haircuts, sitting in barbershops. You got some men out here, they go and get a haircut every single week. They go and get their beard done. They go get a haircut every single week, right? So that's a lot of energy. That's a lot of effort, man, every week to go get a haircut. Once again, they'll spend more money on getting their beard trimmed up and getting their hair all nice and lined up, but they're not going to make that same effort. They're not going to take the same time to read food labels or make smart nutritional choices. They're not going to give that same effort in the gym or out doing anything. They're not going to make that same effort. So they're not going to get out what they're putting in because they're not putting in enough. You're not giving enough effort. It's not mattering to you enough. So like I said, ladies and gentlemen, in society, we're more concerned with our hair than we are concerned with our health, than our nutrition. Like I said, people will spend more time reading the labels of a hair care product than they will reading the label of a food item. That's really sad, but that's where we are in society, right? These same people, they're worried about their hair, but they look like hell. I see it all the time, man. People got really cool hairstyles, but they look like hell from the neck down. Look terrible. Look like they haven't made a smart nutritional choice in years. Look like they haven't been active in years. So you look like hell, but your hair looks good. Does that make any sense, ladies and gentlemen? No. Once again, we're not prioritizing ourselves, our health, over our hair. This is what we're doing now. This is where we are in society, ladies and gentlemen. Spend more time and effort on reading food labels, making a smart nutritional choice, and living an active lifestyle, guys. Worry about that more than your hair.